Welcome to the fabulous Las Vegas Rotary Club. And to be the inspiration. Is the inspiration that President Rassin asks of us. Privilege for serving as the 96th president of what is, without as we do every week at this time, if you have your cell phone on you and you're on Facebook, I ask that you open it up and share our live feed so the rest of the world can see just how great we are. On this day in 1781, British General Lord Charles Cornwallis was defeated at Guilford Courthouse. In 1983, Yuri Andropov wrote an American fifth grader asking her to come visit. This is in response to her letter to him earlier in the year before, in November of '82, nuclear war. So this was a propaganda ploy by the Soviets. And in 2014, officials from Flint, Michigan, switched the city's water supply to the Flint River, which caused the who does not accept a challenge. Please.
Thank you, President Jim. Good afternoon, everyone. Official Rotary invocation that I borrowed for today from a Rotary invocation guide, but I picked it because I wanted everybody to kind of think about what today's speakers are going to talk about and to remember that everybody has something happening that we may not know about, and so just at the end, just have courage and be kind. So, if you'll bow your heads. As we join today together as for whatever our future will bring. If we must face disappointment, help us to learn patience. If we must face sorrow, help us to learn sympathy. If we must face pain, help us to learn strength. If we must face danger, help us to learn courage. If we must face failure, help us to learn endurance. If we achieve success, help us to learn gratitude. If we attain prosperity, help us to learn generosity. If we win praise, help us to learn humility. If we are blessed with joy, help us to learn sharing. And if we are blessed with health, help us to learn caring. As we stand here today, help us to learn the value of service above self. May your radiant spirit guide us and our loved ones for all of our days. Amen.
We, the people of the United States, please join me in singing our national anthem. Oh, say.
Please be seated. Our Sergeant at Arms today is Carolyn Sparks, and as we go through our introductions, please remember to hold our applause until all of our visitors and guests have been introduced. Carolyn, do we have international Rotarians visiting? International Rotarians.
Hello, everyone. I'm actually a member. I'm Chan. When I was in 2 weeks ago, when I was in Thailand to a party, one day I was sober, and I went to the Jamten Pattaya Rotary Club in Thailand about 2 weeks ago. They only meet twice a month, but they have a dedicated ballroom for the Rotary Club in Pattaya City, Thailand. Well, actually, Jamten City. But at any rate, they presented me.
Past President.
Yes, President Jim, we have an international visitor today, even visiting us from the UK, from Somerset. And next to him, we have one of our guests from Australia, but I know Rebecca will introduce her team. But we had a little Commonwealth discussion here. So with Rampur, we're just going to form a little cricket team here and challenge the Las Vegas Rotary Club. And who's going to be on mid-off and who's going to be third man? I think Russ. Russ will make a good slip, right? Okay, so Gavin is here visiting us from Somerset.
We're based in the southwest. We have about 75 months, and this is my actual very first other group meeting.
You have a banner?
Thank you very much for the gift of the common law. Today, no other Rotarians, no other international. So, visiting Rotarians, if you could raise your hand, please. Visiting Rotarians.
Thank you. I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew
just
it.
take the microphone. He's got a meeting miss.
I am a
Yes.
I apologize, everyone. Today I have Brett Lashing from the Las Vegas Light Soccer Club, and he wanted to say just a few words to us.
Thank you. I'm very, very happy to be here. I'm the owner and founder of the Las Vegas Lights FC, your professional soccer team, playing in Cashman Field. Excited I have the opportunity to present to you. I believe it's next month, and Francesca was very kind to, make sure you're not too scared.
Okay, last call for guests. Seeing none, directly in front of me is the leader of the Australian vocational training team that's going to present to us today and see our visitors and guests. I'd like to thank the Rotarians who helped today. Setup was Carrie Groh and Kathy Mahan. Our greeters were Tina Bishop and Carrie Groh. Invocation was by Francesca Gilbert. The song leader was Jamie Goldsmith. Teardown is Tina Bishop, Andy Kuniyuki, and the Sergeant at Arms is Carolyn Sparks. Photographer today is Tina Bishop, who's taking out or substituting in for Jim Tucker. Tickets were Marie Walsh and John and Jemmy. All Things Technical today is Stu Lipoff, and Facebook is Adam Homey and Francesca Gilbert. Just a couple. To that. If you missed the green book and want to sign up for something, look for Stu's Fifth Wheel email, and you can sign up directly through that. Or if you have a program, you can take a Corzan is May 18th. And I'm asking again for final quick announcement. The foundation board meeting is immediately following this meeting, and it's going to be in the Silver State Room, which is the room behind the bar. At this time, I would like to invite President-elect Jackie Thornhill to the front.
Hi, everyone. We have Paul Harris Fellows to pass out today, and I'd like to have the following people come forward, please. Stu Lipoff, Michael Kudimat, Renee Gamera, Carolyn Sparks, and Rose Faloco. Remember, each time you will start your Paul Harris. For your contributions to the Rotary International Foundation. Today, let's start out with his initial, Paul Harris. Next. One. Carolyn Sparks, Paul Harris, plus 6. And Rose Faloco, Paul Harris, plus 7. Thank you all very much.
Raffle items totaling over $4,000 for you to bid on. This one was donated by Distinct Impressions, which is my gift girl. Official hockey puck in there, and the Golden Knights bottle of wine. So this will be one of the items. And then Gwen, thank you for this donation. We won't say where she got it, Cornus. But it is a bottle of wine and a nice wine kit, so we thank you very much for this donation. And we are very excited. Other highlights of Saturday night, we have incredible entertainment, photo opportunities. There are a lot of games, basketball, shuffleboard, so a lot of really cool things, very interactive evening. You do not want to miss it. Tony, thank you so much for your help at registration. You can still buy tickets today. really last opportunity other than if you go on site, but we encourage you to do it today with Tony. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You can get tickets at the door too. So we're going to do a live auction. This is really incredible. Our partners at Speed Vegas provide a supercar experience. This is a real racetrack. It's the longest and fastest racetrack in Las Vegas, a real adrenaline rush. You will, the lucky bidder will get a choice of drifting, off-road, or racing experiences on the racetrack. They have Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsche, Corvettes. There's over 16 different. The off-road features the Baja racing truck on a stadium track. A lot of burning rubber. $100. So you can imagine we want to take in at least 500. And we're going to go ahead and open up the bids. The minimum bid right now. Who we got? $50 bid. 200? Eric, 200? Do I hear 250? Can't see. We got 250. Thank you. 300. Incredible experience, you guys. With $500 gift card, you could do a supercar package and probably add a lap to it. And I might be able to get you upgraded even more. Michael, 300. We have 350? Come on, guys. It's for the foundation and spread the word Nevada. Is that Ginger? We have 350. Ginger, thank you. Do I hear 400? Come on, guys. With my connections, we'll get it upgraded even more. Michael's 400. We have 450? Come on. Michael, you were 400, right? No, you were 500. Okay. Do we have 450, guys? Come on. Great experience. I will personally take you over there and make sure it is an ultra VIP experience. Do we have 450? All right. Michael, it is yours at $400. Thank you so much.
Just, Michael, I have the certificate, so see me after the meeting.
Thank you very much, and we're going to take a short break. Welcome back. Carolyn, could you take the microphone 2 seats over to Marie Walsh, please?
Thank you. I'm Friday, and naturally we can't go on Thursday. Me, they could sign up for it. You just help out with the field day with the kids. It's no big deal, but it's only from 1 to 3. And I'd also like to make mention, as the principal had said, that we're doing a play. It's going to be The Lion King, and that's going to be on the 9th. Afternoon, and children under 3 get in for free. So if you'd like to get tickets for The Lion King, please see me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you take the microphone, Karen Wisenhunt, please?
Is my deadline, so we're short about 25 golfers at this point. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you take the back?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to give you an update on the Drop Your Drawers campaign for Project 150. After Renee Gamero and I provided the wonderful bags and clothing and everything that we collected for them, after we dropped it off, we received another donation because Francesca put a donate button.
The Facebook postings. This is why we're pushing it so hard. We're getting our word out to people, and we're getting donations off of this. So keep sharing, if you would, all the events we're putting up on Facebook. Could you take the microphone over to Carrie Groh, please?
So we ended up not getting the attendance for Pino's Palette because I'm blaming it on the Knights game. So we have decided to reschedule. I mean, who knew they were going to be in the playoffs on that day when we scheduled that in the beginning? So we've rescheduled it for May 25th, a Saturday at 2 p.m. I did not get a chance to do a sign-up sheet in the Green Book this week, but it will be there next week. So it sounds like a fun day to taste some wine, have a little hors d'oeuvres, and try to get our artistic spirit out of ourselves. So thank you.
Thanks. Could you take the microphone to Kim Neone, please? Kim, it's just an on-the-fly request. If you could just recap your morning blend appearance with Janice and President-elect Jackie.
Yeah, so last Monday, this past Monday, myself, incoming President Jackie, and Janice had the pleasure of going to Channel 13 in the morning as part of their morning blend to talk about our upcoming car show. And I have to give kudos to our former member, Chris Way, who's the general manager of that station, who I reached out to as we were trying to figure out how do we get the news out there about this great event that we're having in our community, get everybody excited. So they made that possible for us. We got there in the morning, and each one of us had the opportunity to talk about the history of our club, why we do this, and why it's important for the community. And they did a great job of connecting what we do with Spread the Word Nevada to some of the programs that they do with Spread the Word Nevada. So we had a great time. It was a great way for us to promote the club, and actually that's all for now.
Thank you so much. For those of you who haven't seen it, we can send you the link, but they plugged the club really well, and they talked about it. I mean, they did a fantastic job. So thank you, Kim, Janice, and President-elect Jackie. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Could you take the, I can't believe I'm going to say this, the microphone to Michael Gordon, please?
Yes, members, President Jim needs to stand trial for all his various missteps. During this past year, the list is growing. I think we're up to 22 pages right now. So if you want to add and you have some, please email me. The party will be on Thursday, June 27th at Angel Park, and
could you take the microphone to Ryan Hamilton, please? I think you are, but it's, I mean, how have you been sleeping?
Not great.
Would you like to share your news with the club before we fine you for it?
I have and I actually made it to a Rotary meeting.
Foundation, and hopefully do everybody's favorite treat, the raffle. It's I need tickets. Two 360. Well, congratulations on winning. We'll see you next week. Actually, probably 2 weeks until we get the check for you. But you got half the pot plus today's take. And we appreciate it. We will put a new deck in play next week. I mean, this is almost a full deck. So, okay, for the Lowry's Bucks. 812-316, 2316. Oh, look at, perfect. Oh, I'd like to invite Karen, past President Karen Wisenhunt up to introduce our speakers.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests. It's my great pleasure today to introduce our guest speakers, the Rotary Vocational Training Team from Australia, District 9455. They're here in District 5300 for 1 month and will spend 1 week in Las Vegas and 3 weeks in California. Each member from the team is and what they hope to accomplish during their stay here in America. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the Australian Rotary Vocational Team Training Team and their team leader, Rotarian Rebecca Tolstoy.
Thank you so much. Beautiful. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, everyone, for making us feel so welcome to the US. My team, here we got my team, and from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, you should be so proud, and I know you are, of all the Rotarians. Hearts showing our team what it is to be a true Rotarian. So I can't thank you enough for all that welcome. My team is a team of experts, and they will introduce themselves and they will explain what they have done. I'm just going to explain a little bit about what the project and the vocational training team is about. But before I go on, I want to just share a story, how this all started. This was before I became a Rotarian. I didn't know what Rotary was all about. But when I moved from Sweden down to Western Australia, I learned how Australians, they volunteer in their community. We pay a lot of taxes, but we don't put a lot of connections into our community. But in Perth, Western Australia, that's what they did. So I reached out. I wanted to do something about family domestic violence. I have a beautiful husband and a son, and I thought, as an empowered woman, it was part of my obligation to share my knowledge. And I rang around to a lot of refuges because I wanted to see how I could contribute. Nobody wanted my help because it was all about secrecy back then, except for one lady, Major McDonald. Major Margaret, what she did, she goes, "Come on in." And what happened? I thought I was going to raise about a few $100s with a friend. But Major, she empowered me to know what I could do. And with that inspiration, 11 years later, we are here. But going back to 2008, I don't know if you remember, but the global financial crisis hit. And it was really hard for someone who wasn't from the country to get some money to give to Salvation Army. They go, "Why are we giving it to you?" No, it's going to Salvation Army. But I didn't give up. I tried to work on this. But it became really hard. And then we kept doing this and kept trying to engage with our community. I got invited to become a Rotarian. I had no idea what Rotary was about. And there I looked around the room. There was people that was as passionate. So I asked them, imagine absolutely. And that's where it started. I came learning all the things that you are doing with trafficking and the connection between family domestic violence and trafficking. So that's what we have done, and I will let my team explain how much we've learned and how much we are bringing back to Australia that we've learned from you. So thank you so much for having me here today. And President Jim, what a beautiful, amazing introduction in the newsletter and how you explain the team. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name's Daryl Hagan. I am a sergeant of the West Australian Police Force. I've been a sergeant for about 26 years now. I'm currently in the role of domestic violence, and my team consists of 3 people, a person from the Department of Child Protection and a not-for-profit organisation like a Salvation Army. And our job and our aim is to keep victims and children safe from domestic violence. And we do this through a multi-coordinated response through these agencies and trying to intervene at an early opportunity of families suffering or in the middle of family violence situations. So we did that, and then I got told about this Rotary Path of Hope VTT team, and I thought, fantastic, what better way to have the West Australian Police connect with people outside of agencies that we deal with. And I felt that there was that need for connection because we know what domestic violence is, but does everybody know what domestic violence is? It's not broken bones, it's not just blood, it's just not bruises. There's a lot more to it. So it's way too much to go through now, but there is a website that we'll show you later on, Path of Hope. Of domestic violence, so you may be able to recognise someone you know. And it could be anybody. It could be a family member, someone you work with, someone, just a work colleague, could be anybody. And you need to arm yourselves so you can connect with them and connect with trying to do the same thing. And that is breaking the cycle of domestic violence, intergenerational domestic violence. And we have the same challenges of connection. And that was something that I've been trying really hard when we go to these places. And I think it's something fantastic, and it's something that I can bring back to Australia, is what America is doing here for domestic violence and human trafficking. So I thank the Rotary of Las Vegas for today, inviting us, and thank you for having me in your
today. My name's Mark Craik. Might give community service, and I found Rotary. And I went to the Rotary Club of North Perth, the first club I went to, and I discovered two things. They were focused on youth development, and they were focused on family and domestic violence, two things which I'm passionate about. My background is in family services. I've worked in child protection, family support, in offender management, and in maternal and child health services. And cutting through all families and the violence that's experienced there. So I eventually progressed up into senior management positions, and part of my job was to look around the world. And I was looking at you guys in the United States, and I know that you guys were looking at us as well as we tried to develop responses to family and domestic violence. The issues are the same. We've got the same responses. As I journey around your country, I am impressed by the way that, while similar, you are different, and I might go so far as to say better. And that difference in betterness comes from, is that the right word? Comes from your commitment to community, to volunteering, to engagement with local community. And I've seen that in the Rotary clubs, I've seen that in the non-government services, I've seen that in the police departments and the education services. Good work is being done, and I know there's a commitment from people of goodwill to find solutions to what is a chronic and endemic social problem, which also laps over into human trafficking. So thank you for your commitment and your work. I have learned a lot. And may I say that when I landed in this country, I didn't know what to expect, but all I have found is kindness and generosity, no matter who you deal with. So thank you.
Well, it's really delightful to be here and to share with you guys, women as well as men. That's great. We've had a wonderful experience over these 3 weeks. For me, it's been journeying to different places that I wouldn't normally go to, like the police department and the DA's office and lawmakers and school districts. It's been exciting and interesting, and we've been able to share our expertise, and they've been able to share. The collaboration has been absolutely extraordinary. We've been, as we said, from down in Pasadena and right down there to right up here, which is, of course, the best, as I've been told today already. And this really is the penultimate for us, because in 35 hours, 20 minutes, and 3 seconds, I'm going to board a flight home. But it's really been extraordinary to be here. Let me share 3 highlights for me. We shared in Pasadena with a woman who was so courageous and powerful at an organization called the Shepherd's Door. And she's doing extraordinary work in schools, with police departments, all sorts of things to break that cycle of family and domestic violence. In Lancaster City, I went to Valley Oasis, and on that visit, the Rotarian Larry Jernigan came with us. He's a past district governor of this district. And that was great to have Larry with us, because we were sharing what Rotary and the service organizations could do. And finally, on Tuesday, the president of one of the Rotary clubs here, Red Rock, Rotary Club, is Karen Schneider. I'm doing really well here. Karen Schneider, she organized for 5 service groups to come together and share with us, and which was amazing. But what was the most amazing thing was they had never shared together before. So Karen has initiated something that they want to keep going. Isn't that good? That's brilliant, isn't it? So that's what a Rotarian has done up here. But let me tell you what Rotarians have done in Perth. When Rebecca, this wonderful bombshell of a woman, came to see, and she is that, she, boom, you know. When she came to see me with her friend and asked me what I would like, I had this little idea, you could buy me something little. And then as I shared my story of what I wanted to do to break the cycle, we have to do something better than we've been doing. This is a community problem. It's not my problem. It's a community problem. And that's what, you can hear me now, and that's how I was going then. And by the time I'd finished, she said, "How many millions do you want?" I think that's a very good question. No, she didn't. So as she shared, she joined the Rotary Club of Perth. Now, the Rotary Club of Perth is the longest standing Rotary Club in Western Australia. And it was full of wonderful men who were over the ages of 70. I'm not making any comment about any man that's over 70 here, but what I found out about them was this. They were willing to take the challenge. Because family and domestic violence is not a soft subject, and it's not an easy subject for people to get engaged in. And I was pretty amazed with these men. I had at least 3 groups of these men come and walk through my centre, and I shared with them what I was trying to do and what I wanted to do. And the consequence of that is about, you're very good at figures. That's the result. They're still ongoing doing that. It's still ongoing. You are obviously a vital club. If we're going to break the cycle of family and domestic violence, we all have to engage in it. We have to use every resources we can in order to do that. Path of Hope is trying to do that, and I'm so thrilled that Rotary and the Salvation Army are joined together in this Path of Hope project. And I know, by the way, that you guys do a lot for the Salvation Army here. I've already been told that, so I know. So I don't want you to stop doing that, but I do think this is something you could really think seriously about. Human trafficking, I'm sorry, I'm taking too much time. Human trafficking, family and domestic violence, and sexual assault, they go the same intersections. They're the same things, okay? And we have to combat it because you and your kids are in danger. Your grandkids are in danger, okay? We start this in the schools and we break the cycle. And Rotary can do it. Now, I have a little video that we do in Australia, and I finish up with, "Come on, Australia." And this team wants me to say, "Come on, the USA."
I love Major Margaret's passion, and it's a very hard act to follow. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. My name is Alison Kirby, and I'm from the Rotary Club of Beaufort in Western Australia. And for nearly 4 years, I have been hearing about rumours. They're just rumours, I thought, about how wonderful Rotarians are around the world. I know it's no longer a rumour. It is the truth. So thank you, everyone, for having us here today. Now, on your page here, I have taken the place of Spiro, not quite sure how to say that. He was unable to make this journey, so Rebecca honoured me by asking me to come along. I had come into the group late as their coach, and I've been coaching them to make the most of this experience that they have. And when Rebecca asked me to come along and fill the very large shoes of Spiro, who is an expert in the field of mediation for family and domestic violence in the criminal courts, I just said, wow, yes, please. How could I not say yes? So for me, not being an expert in family and domestic violence, this has been the most amazing learning curve for me. I'm a coach. I haven't done this before. So I've been amazed at the collaboration of services in this country. I've been overwhelmed by the passion of the solo people in particular. they've come into helping people in human trafficking and family and domestic violence, often because they've experienced it or someone in their family has experienced it. And these are the people that need your support. They're doing amazing things. My knowledge of grooming kids at school, I had no knowledge of this before. The traffickers are grooming your teenage children to be trafficked on the streets or wherever, horrible, horrible places. We have to stop this. Education is paramount for this. I'm so impressed with Rotary here, and I so want you to do more. So my call to action for you is find out what those services are doing. Give them a helping hand and save those kids from trafficking. Now, that's all I have to say on that. But I want to say something about Becky. I'm going to get emotional here, so forgive me. Becky, thank you. This is our last for us. This is our last commitment here. Becky and Sarah Jane, who's too sick to be here today, are going on to do more. We don't have anything to give her because she is going on more, and we don't want to pack her suitcases any more than necessary. But we want to give you our love and our further support and say thank you so very much.
Thank you, everyone. I'll give everybody a hug. I know, they've been absolutely amazing. And the amount that we have learned about each other and what we can do at home in Western Australia by sitting into these meetings, if you ever get an opportunity to go on a VTT, take it. Because what we have learned and about each other and what we can do in our local community added together is just beyond amazing. And because I get so excited, same as Major Margaret, I forgot to thank Michael Dreby, who is your chair organizing this. Just absolutely amazing. What he did 3 weeks out, creating all these amazing meetings, is just beyond amazing. And I didn't have a photo of. There is an endowment made. So if anyone in here is wanting to do a vocational training team and coming to Western Australia, contact the Rotary Foundation. There is a special endowment put in place by Liz and Herb Hesleb from the Monrovia, because they want our countries and our districts to keep exchanging. So please come and visit us. And if you're not coming on the VTT, come anyway. Come and visit us. We would love to have you. Thank you.
If I could call you all back. First of all, if we have questions, if anyone has questions, we have some time for some questions. Right behind you.
Hey, sorry, I was told that we would walk away, that we shouldn't, and then we did anyway. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
I was just going to say that don't forget the dogs, because our club has sponsored the situation because they're afraid to leave the dog behind.
Thank you for making that comment, and that is absolutely right. They're working on laws in Australia to help that and actually address that, and you're very right. Thank you.
Australian team. I did see in the magazine, in our newsletter, is one more person, Sarah, and there was no information about what happened.
Okay, so Sarah, she actually got the flu, and she didn't want any of you to catch it. So she said, I'm staying home. So that's the reason. But Sarah is an interior designer, and may I just share an amazing thing that Sarah has done? She's raised 3 children, and her husband, so they have done an amazing job doing that, but she's an interior designer. So she actually went to the refuge and worked with the manager when Major retired, looked at what they were needing to refurbish, to make it really homey and welcoming, but practical and special needs for what the women and children needed. And then she took 179 volunteers to totally make that over, because we didn't want to pay to do that, and we wanted to train our volunteers, and that's how she made that over with $80,000 worth of furniture, but it's hundreds of thousands of dollars in manpower. So she's an amazing woman, and I am sorry she don't get to meet you, but this is what Rotary is made up of, and Path of Hope, and she's a friend of Rotary. But she's doing fine. She's recovering. But I got to say, I heard you're doing great work with Salvation Army already. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you again for your presentation. Major, in our country, the Salvation Army officers, they usually stay in a location for a couple years and then they get transferred elsewhere. Is it the same in Australia?
Yeah, we are a Salvation Army. So we are ordained ministers of the gospel. But the difference is that we are appointed to different appointments. I was very fortunate, though. I had an appointment of 12 years at the Graceville Centre, and then I was appointed somewhere else. And at this moment in time, I'm retired, but I do training in the field of family and domestic violence as well as belonging to the Women's Council. So, yes, they do move us around, but I was lucky. I was there for 12 years.
Thanks again for your presentation. I have a question to the group. You came in, my understanding is you visited with a bunch of people in the United States that are doing similar work, and I was wondering what types of ideas you exchanged. Like, did you pick up anything in particular you want to take home, and or were you able to share with your counterparts here in the United States practices that you're doing in Australia that they thought would be useful?
I'll start first. I'm sure we all have different takeaway notes. What I thought was interesting was that as we traveled around, we met people. And as we heard their story, we linked them up to Rotary clubs. One agency needed someone, they were too busy providing services to write submissions for funding. And so we know that the president of one club is now liaising with that service provider to help them write submissions for funding. Just today, we were at the Clark County Education District, and we shared some information about a group called Purple Wings, which are trying to educate women, young women who are trying to leave the life of sex traffic on the streets. And they were very excited about that, and about what support the education district could provide to them. So it's so much about connectedness and collaboration and sharing information. So doing, and then to try and connect. That's been a real learning thing for me. Thank you.
I'll come back to you in a second. So for me, human trafficking is quite prominent in America. Not so much in Australia. It is there, but I know our police don't really look at the human trafficking side, more domestic violence. So what I take away from here is, what is the police, especially, obviously a policing background, what are we doing, or what are they doing here in America that I can take back, which is the identification of human trafficking and what form it looks like and where it's happening and what we can do with other agencies to help stop human trafficking. So that's, for me, that's what I take out, because they're doing a fantastic job in domestic violence, the same as us, but human trafficking is something that Australia definitely needs to focus on going forward, because it's out there, and we just need to identify it and tackle it the same as America is.
One of the deep, dark secrets in our country is that there is more trafficking done at the Super Bowl than any other event that I'm aware of in the country. And this happens every year. In Las Vegas, there's a gentleman named Mike Bartell who started Free International, and they send teams to the Super Bowl with pictures and descriptions and have been successful many times over in rescuing young girls and young boys from this trafficking industry. It is a total travesty, and it needs our attention.
Can I just make a comment on that? You have an American Rotarian who is championing this with Rotary with trafficking around the world. And it is thanks to Dave McCleary, who actually invited me in, and actually all that knowledge that they're doing with the trafficking. So you are inspiring not only from what your state, what your country is doing, but Rotary is championing. So Rotary International is really backing Dave McCleary, and the Super Bowl, they just had that in Atlanta. So you're right. But as Rotarians, be really proud. Rotary is doing amazing things. So thank you for being Rotarians, because without you being Rotarians, I couldn't have joined Rotary back in Perth, and this could never have happened. So even if it's dark and it is heartbreaking, remember there is hope at the end of it, and that is what we're providing to people who are victims to become victors. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you. If I could just hold you up here for just for Thank you all so very much. Generation would never talk about this kind of stuff, and that's the first thing, is to say these are problems and we need to talk about it and identify it. I'd like to present to you a certificate, and I will have one for each. And I apologize, we didn't get the notice that you switched. We call the Share What You Can Award, and so we present in your name a meal to a needy veteran here in Clark County, Nevada. So thank you so very much for coming to talk to us. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, Tina? Sure that's going to be added to my charges? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, just another quick reminder, there is a foundation board meeting immediately following. Okay. As we leave here today, let's go forth in the world in peace. Be of good courage. Hold fast to that which is good. Render to no one evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the afflicted. Honor all persons. Love and serve each other, rejoicing in the fellowship of Rotary. Be people of action. Be the inspiration. Meeting adjourned.